Hello, Rebel GMan 10F. Welcome to your Week 9 recap. I am, of course, Full Metal. You should know by now, it's my YouTube channel after all. And I'm joined by, once again, well, he's returned to us from the depths of Nurgles Rot. It's McNugget.
I have returned. You may bow before me, Team Killer and SPP.
That being said, you returned one chaff lighter, so Nurgles Rot claimed some casualties. My god, I've just clicked onto the teams for a second and at least 3 of them are pending level ups, and that's upset me immensely.
This is going to be a quick recap. Division 10F.
My day is ruined.
my evening's got a lot more enjoyable.
Right.
Let's kick off.
I've been keeping close an eye on the results coming out of this division, and there's some surprise. Well, there's some surprises, but there's some results that we want to talk about. Now, first of all, the big one. Furry Harem taking a 2-1 over the Rat Rebel.
Crystal, no Hunter, no SPP Hunter versus Keith, yes.
I was super looking forward to this one because it was like which rat coach has the best idea for building teams? Is it Rat Ogre or is it no Rat Ogre? And it turns out, as much as my words turn to ash in my mouth, it seems to be the one with the Rat Ogre, although it was probably the one turner rather than the Rat Ogre, if we're truly honest with ourselves. But regardless, credit where it's due. Keith took a win.
Yep, big win there for Keith. Obviously, that was a top 3 of the table clash.
Very important game. Very important game. Now, Tabatellas took a 1-0 over Directed by Me, who are having an unfortunately torrid season. They're not having the best.
They're not, Meryl. They are not.
But big one for JP Casey there. That's a good result. JP Casey.
JP, the Draw Machine.
The Draw Machine.
That's the other division.
That's the other division. That's the other.
We do this every week, don't we?
We do. There's the Dark Elf in each division, and one of them draws one of them. Yeah. It's fine. We'll get there. It's like it's like Hargrimzilla. They're both Wood Elves. It's fine.
We'll remember week 11.
Oslo Snake Club drawing with Rainbow Orcs. I'm sure that was we did say it had a draw written all over it, that one, didn't it? Because it's just AV9 like trying to rub itself against other AV9 and hope that friction has some form of effect on the results.
Yes, but they only really skim off each other, so not a lot of friction.
Yeah, I think they bounced off. Yeah, Contract Killers. Bernie, the team killer.
Yes.
I wonder if he's killed anything from the stars. I know he may potentially have killed their playing dreams, if that counts.
I do know Bernie was very worried about playing this Necro team and being team killed himself, but he
did appear on last week's recap, obviously, and talked at length about how he was less happy with this matchup than some of the others. Only Fools and Hobgoblins taking over the Rebel Vikings 2-1, and
we saw that.
We kind of saw this coming. It's kind of what Chorfs do to Wood Elves. They're just Chorfs are mean, and Wood Elves are fragile,
soft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, the final one, we didn't really know where to say this was going to go because it was 2 different High Elf teams, and certainly Angry Altmer had shown that they were on a bit of a late season resurgence. So it's actually maybe a little bit of an upset to see the Bar Stewards taking them down 1-0.
We made the mistake of thinking this would be like a 3-3-4-4 as both went for SPP.
I definitely wanted a big old.
Apparently, we don't know.
I wanted a touchdown first. I wanted a shootout, and we didn't get it. And again, I'm just massively disappointed by you both. You clearly could have made this 7-7, and you're just not trying hard enough.
They're not.
That's clearly a joke.
Onto the teams.
Onto the leaderboard. And the first thing we noticed about the leaderboard is that both Keith and Bernie are literally neck and neck. There is nothing between them, as they both sit there at 6-2-1. Now we're going to start. Unfortunately, there's a point where you just are not going to be in the running for playoffs anymore. So we kind of, with play-ins coming really soon, we're going to start looking towards an actual points breakdown of the table, and there's going to be a line where I'm afraid we're going to probably focus less on you in terms of the leaderboard, this section of the recap, and it's nothing personal. It's just play-ins are super exciting and really, really close in our future. So we need to look at that. Now, 6-2-1 is 20 points. So that's the magic number. Right now, if you want to make play-ins with both Keith and Bernie sat on 20 points, you need to find more than 20 points. Crystal Hunter is at 16. That
may not even be good enough.
That may not be. 5-1-3, 16 points with 2 games left. It's a really big ask.
He needs one of them to lose and draw. And win both his.
Yeah, he has. Crystal Hunter's final 2 games have become must-win.
Yeah.
And by the same note, Noru at 4-4-1 also cannot lose another game. Otherwise, and the worst part is, from their perspective, is even if they don't lose a game, that might still not be enough.
Yep.
The Salmon that's the line. Noru is the final coach that I would believe personally can get in, because unfortunately the Salmon's on 14, so he would need both to win both of his games and have Keith and Bernie lose both of their games and then beat at least one of them on tiebreakers.
Yes.
That's a huge ask. It's a 4-horse race between Keith, Bernie, Crystal and Noru, and frankly,
the only hope
Crystal and Noru trailing.
The only hope the Salmon would have is that he played them both the last 2 games.
Yes,
but by the same point, he also needs Noru and Crystal Hunter to both not win their games.
There's a lot of relying on other people.
Yes, it would be. So.
But it is really hot for that. These two spots and these 4 teams. I think we're going to see a lot of big players in the next couple of weeks out of them. Now let's look at the teams and see if they've got the tools to do the job. Now, first of all, we are going to start, as is tradition, with directed by me and Tommy Wiseau. And, Wiseau, or Wiziao. He's got a Blood Schuhandsgull. He picked a block this week, I believe, after his game. That's nice. We like to see Blood Schuhans.
Yes. It's a very useful skill.
And I think I did now also grabbed Stand Firm on his mummy, so that's actually a really nice mummy as well.
Yeah, you are kind of now hoping for the magic block on the next level, otherwise you start to slowly run out of skills to put on the mummies.
Yeah.
Grab's probably the only other one left. Break tackle. But again, the white's still very underdeveloped for my liking.
Indeed. This is a team that I think Tommy has been... Maybe, I don't know if he's played Undead before and he's just taken him a little while to figure out his way around it, or maybe it is a very, very strong division, and it could just be a couple of bad games and you get off the mark, and then you see these. Oh wow, Crystal Hunter's found some levels, dude. He's hunted out some level ups. Finally got that player to level to match up to Keith, and he's picked up a plus move gut runner.
That's a basically done rat team.
It's not. It's the gut runner. The gut runners are getting good.
Yeah. Also, he has Storm Vermin with SPP on them.
My God, is he feeling okay?
I would like to put an investigation in. Can we get it proven that Crystal Hunter played the last game himself?
Did he make? Have you seen the 13th player on his team?
Yes.
McNaughton, the 0 SPP legend. I am every kind of a fan of that name. Well done,
if I do not get at least 2 MVPs in the last 2 games before playing,
you're about that player's going to get both MVPs over the next 2 games and then die in the second one.
No, he's going to get both MVPs and probably roll something amazing like plus Agi as well, and he'll never be able to fire it.
But it's the bigger. This team's getting there. It had a bit of a slow start. But, you know, those Storm Vermin are say to 1 Kaz each, or 1 touchdown each if you can find them. I mean, it's not too hard to find touchdowns on them, but obviously...
The only thing you're hoping is it too little, too late? As in, can he claw back second or first spot to get playing?
We're going to carry on and look at the teams that he's threatening shortly. But we are going to check out JPKC's Tabard Tellers. Oh, wow.
They're missing some players.
I hope they're just MNGs. Well, the Mighty Blow one is just an MNG.
And so is the Knight.
Oh, well, that's good news. That's better news than I thought when I got into the team, put it that way.
Yes.
Not much to say here it's dangerous.
Not much to say here that we didn't say last week in the sense there's still... they are taking over nicely. I do see that obviously a lot of the players that we were hoping would level have hit that 16 SPP point.
JP Casey's definitely been studying the recaps and has been doing those vanity passes where we've suggested it to them, and I'm super proud. I'm super happy for them. I feel like a proud parent. with JP Casey's team, because I feel like we've been guiding them and suggesting directions for them, and they've been listening, and it's been working out well. And I feel like a proud parent.
I would just say to JP, you can easily go and get yourself emancipated from a parent such as Metal at your local court. Please go do so and run whilst you can.
I think my biggest advice coming forwards is the wife of Bath, get a touchdown on the lass.
Yep.
And
I would wait until after the next game before getting the second witch, though.
Yes.
Although
the next game's going to be tough, and we're going to look at the schedule in a bit, but with only 2 blitzers for the next game, that's going to be a difficult game for JP.
We'll look at that in a minute. But
now,
yes. From the Stars?
From the Stars. Bernie didn't kill anything. Oh, wait,
Bernie's
did he?
useless. Bernie, team
Wasn't
killer.
there a ghoul? No, it wasn't, because it's 3 out of 6. No. I
No,
don't
there's
think
no
Bernie...
deaths.
No, Bernie, you have failed us.
He did make 3 cards, though, Bernie, the team killer.
Yeah, but he didn't kill anything.
So it's okay. He's saving it all up for the last 2 weeks. In the
No,
playoffs.
we're talking about Bernie.
See if I end up playing Bernie
not Nuru.
in the bloody play-ins, right? And he team kills my team. I'm not having it, Bernie, right? This is forewarning. If we meet in the play-ins,
Right. Anyway,
behave.
looking at this team, would love to see a touchdown on the ugly Siren to get that ghoul leveled, because a naked ghoul is a little bit of a risk to any team. Swine King, only 1 Kaz away, so we're hoping for a rando Kaz, or potentially, Nauru, if you get the chance, maybe you pitch clear someone with that ridiculous thing from the Stars, and then you can hand off to the Swine King and run the touchdown in. I've seen it. Frankly, the Flesh Golem TD animations are incredible. It's well worth seeing at least once.
I kind of think that drowned captain, I think that's maybe drowned captain, needs to be replaced.
Yeah, but not yet. Maybe after next game when you've got some cash in pocket. I feel like
Depends
Guard,
who you've
even
got.
with a niggle, Guard is too good to give up when you're
I think it
hunting
depends
that
who you
plane
play
ticket.
next week.
But
If you're
he's
playing one of the
He's hunting a plane
AV7
ticket.
teams,
He's hunting a plane ticket.
but if you're playing one of the AV7 teams, I think you don't get the benefit from guard as you would leveling up a rookie player.
He's hunting for the plane ticket, is all I'm saying. You've got to... Now Region Arashi hasn't leveled up his blitzer. And that's disappointing to me.
Yep. Punish time. Move on.
It's got a lot of guard, this team. And I like
I
it.
imagine that it's possibly going to be guard on the blitzer.
I have a funny... I reckon tackle wouldn't be a terrible choice.
I think you're going long-term development here.
Yeah, if you're going long-term, probably another guard. Just
Yep.
guard. You know what, actually, right? I'm going to say
With your
something
Black Orcs,
completely different. You know what I love to see early on one singular Orc blitzer, when you've got quite a bit of guard elsewhere?
If you say frenzy, I'm going to hit you.
Frenzy.
No, guard.
Frenzy.
Guard.
Frenzy.
Guard.
I would
Guard.
love to see some Frenzy.
Guard.
Anyway,
there's
Rimbo's
one.
Orcs. I bet he hasn't taken Frenzy either.
No, because you've taken guard like a smart person.
No, he took block. No, he's a guard, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got block
I
on
don't
one of his
remember.
linemen, wrestle on another one of his linemen, and no dirty player. That's upsetting.
Yes,
It's
but he does have an 190k in the bank, so I presume we're way to get a third lineman in here.
I don't know. Do you blow it up? I think it's time to look at the stadium enhancement. Go level 2, and then save up your cash again. 12 players is okay on an Orc team. I reckon you go to level 2 stadium, go down to 90k, and then save, and the next time you breach 150k and don't need to buy a player, you then buy a stadium enhancement. That would be my player.
Yes, I don't hate that either.
I can't say a ton about it. Get a touchdown on your throw to get it blodge. What else can I say? Oh, and try and get a touchdown maybe on your blitzer with Mighty Blow to push it to 16 and really get tackle. Because don't take
Not
piling
frenzy.
on. No,
Not frenzy.
No. Don't take piling on second on an Orc blitzer. Take tackle, because trust me, it's pointless having piling on if you can't knock them down to jump on their head. Trust me. That's hard-earned advice. Now, Bernie has promised me. He's promised me we are going to get he said he basically guarantees that I'm going to be pressing the button that makes the bold come up on the screen on one of his level ups.
I know what one it is. And
Oh
it's
wow!
wrong.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going
It's
to.
wrong.
I think.
Bernie, you're wrong.
Yeah, he guaranteed it. That's an interesting choice on the postman.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
You don't like it, do you? But you know
No.
what, right?
It's wrong.
I kind of see it.
Nope.
Hear me out.
Okay.
You've said this yourself. Bull Centaurs are kind of like the pillars of a because they're strength 4, especially when you've got dodge on them both and you want blodge.
Yep.
They're the kind of things that become like that
blodge,
defensive
guard,
line.
stand. Yep.
Yeah. Ivan Tackle kind of plays into that.
No. Because it will take you forever to get to 31 without block.
Well, not necessarily, because you can just give them the ball and score.
No, it's 2.
I think he's done it for memes, but no. Hear me out. Right? If you're playing like an elf team, sticking a Bull Centaur with dodge on
Tackle would be better.
I like dive and tackle, even though it's fake.
I know you like it, but we also like Juggernaut, and that probably would have been a better choice.
You've upset Nugget, but I think it's a very interesting long-term choice. I think the problem is Bernie is going potentially to play-ins.
Yes.
And I feel like short-term choices might be the better choices for that. That being said, Two Hands Hobgoblin, Guard Hobgoblin, Dirty Player Hobgoblin, all very good.
Yes.
Still, these blockers just don't bloody level.
Full
Metal Gets It Done has got 0 SPP, so he clearly didn't get anything done.
No. Whereas McNaughton's awesome has picked up an MVP.
I did warn him of this. Oh, yeah, but I'm a blocker and you're only a Hobgoblin, so screw you.
Yeah.
Screw off. Right. Hargrim and the
so let's move away from that filthy Bull Centaur.
Does anyone know where the hospital is?
I think the hospitals are full with Hargrim's players.
I was going to say, if we're going to review the team,
please tell me they're just nope. That is a niggle on Ivor the Boneless.
Balder is only an MNG.
It's a minus strength on a tackle who's sacked. Torsten is niggled.
Hey, but on the plus side, didn't Floki get plus Agi?
Yeah, but Agi 5 War Dancer and 10 Loners won't do anything.
Well, you say that, but there was a guy called Squiggy who had 2 players in a dream.
Yeah, but
he did very well in the Rebel playoffs one season with his 2 players in a dream.
He had no shame though, so
oof.
He didn't need those things.
No, I think this team is I think if I'm Hargrim, it's a really tough choice whether you continue this team or you just go, look, it's just so injured. Because at this point, you've got to fire the niggle lineman, you've got to fire the minus strength lineman. You have to. They are so much dead weight. Now, that gives you, and potentially Ragnar is you just need cash to replace Ragnar, because you need to replace Ragnar. You have to. Because an 86 War Dancer is a massive risk. Plus, you still haven't even got your 3rd reroll.
Problem is you're sacking the minus strength lineman and Ivor and Torstein, because Ivan and Torstein are both niggled.
Now, yeah, but on the flip side, Lorna, Wood Elf linemen are fine.
Yes.
They're fine. It's okay to have Lorna, Wood Elf linemen across the board. The catcher's not badly hurt. Tor has a double. So really, what you're looking at this is, Tor has a double, you've got a plus move lineman, and you've got a really, really good War Dancer.
And everything else.
The question you've got to ask yourself is that worth the team, keeping the team for a rebuilding season or not? And I just don't know the answer to that, and I think it's a very personal decision by Hargrim. But I have to say, credit where it's due. He's turning up, he's playing his games, even if it's brutal and bloody. He's putting everything on there, and I got to respect that.
Yeah. It is, and it could be a fact that you just go ham with, you know what I mean, you just play it to death for the last 3.
Yeah, run him into the ground and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Now, on the flip side, one thing I can't respect, Martin Septim, is not leveling up this catcher, because I can't tell you much about your team if I don't know what it is that you've rolled.
If it's doubles, it's Mighty Blue. If it's doubles, it's probably Guard that has Blodge.
If it's doubles, it's definitely Guard, I think.
Yeah, with having Blodge,
if it's a start, any start you take it, pretty much guaranteed on high elves. Not armor.
I don't know if I would take strength. I think I would take the double.
No, hear me out, right? Strength 4, Blodge, Ball Carrier. So good. So good.
But the thing is with high elves, you don't want them to probably...
So...
you could just sit with anyone with the ball and then they're there to score.
So good. Okay? Now, please,
Guard.
for the love of God, Martin, level up Manny Marco with a touchdown. Please. Mighty Blow's clearly not getting him levelled. Put a touchdown in on him. Rugbart. Right, both high elves. Both high elves. Why? Why high elves? Why? Oh, look. It's metal. Metal's level. On the plus side, unfortunately, the last Mighty Blow Blitzer we were looking at didn't level. Metal's leveled. Now, there's two answers here. There's only two skills, depending on if you rolled a single or a double. If you rolled a normal, tackle.
Tackle.
100%. If you rolled a double, piling on.
Pile on.
100%.
Yeah.
If you rolled a stat, if it's strength, yes. If it's move, probably. If it's agi, that's a really difficult question, but probably.
Or you could fire it to piss off Mel.
The rest of the team's coming together quite nicely. This is a nice looking high elf team. Even the minus move on them isn't killer because he just sits on the LOS and dies eventually. The only thing that bothers me is this catcher with the stupid name is basically dead.
Yeah.
He's base. Just try and get as many touchdowns as you can on the other two catchers to get them developed and ignore him. Pretend he's not there. Just use him to mark stuff. And eventually he'll go away of his own accord. Now, the Salmon and his Chaos Wolf, he's rolled his levels like a good boy, and my word, he's got another guard. I like that. This is a really nice looking Shoff team. It's really coming through nicely, and hasn't changed too much from last time, but I like it a lot. I like it.
I'm still looking at Hobgoblin thinking two dirty player, one of them could have been Sure Hands.
I think that's next. I like the double dirty player. I also think kick is super important here somewhere.
Yeah. I personally like just the Sure Hands early because then you can get into block Sure Hands early and it takes away the need to worry about a reroll for the pickups. But yeah, nice guard there. I wouldn't hate to see at least one of the next blockers to level take Mighty Blow.
But that's because you Mighty Blow.
Claw. You need to get to Claw Mighty Blow, otherwise your choice are just going to get out bullied by Orcs, Dwarfs, Chaos, Nurgle.
No, I agree 100%.
Because you're just a worse guard team than Chaos at a high level. Oh, sorry, you're a worse kill team at high levels than Chaos and Nurgle, and you're a worse guard team than Dwarfs and Orcs.
And Lizards, even. Now, we're going to move on to Keith Carr's Furry Harem and see Mags, like the Rat Ogre, clearly didn't have much of an impact on the last game, given that they just didn't get SPP, really. They're still on 14-16. I have to say, Rhea 2's level up surprises me. Plus movement on a Gutter Runner, and their second level was block and not sprint.
So this will be... I see this happen a lot with game players, that some will use the one-turner on the pitch regardless.
In which case you
give it block. Yes. The natural instinct, I feel, for some players would be to... I've got a one-turner, I'd rather just make him a dedicated one-turner and keep him safe. But Keith is obviously comfortable enough with them to run the one-turner on the pitch at all times.
Yeah, I hear that. The only other thing I would say, I mean, it's Skaven is such a varied, interesting team with such different variety of choices you can make with them, that I don't think two Skaven, even any two Skaven coaches usually have slightly different opinions on what to do. And Keith is clearly doing very, very well, so I can't really fault him. But I would say, personally, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with having 3 block Gutter Runners, only 1 wrestle. I personally like to have 2 block and 2 wrestle.
I've not played very much Skaven.
Just because you don't know where the doubles doubles and the stats are going to drop. And like wrestlers really love those doubles for stuff like horns or 2 heads. But all Gutter Runners like 2 heads, to be honest. But
yes,
having a couple wrestle rather than 1 does increase your chances of dropping it on the right player.
He does have enough goal now to pick up that 3rd reroll. I can't remember if he had a thrower that had leader, or has he played the whole season with 2 rerolls?
I don't know if he fired a reroll to try and change the TV differential between him
for the Rat game.
Him and Crystal, to be honest.
Yeah, Keith, drop us a message if you do. I could see that's what it possibly would have been.
I like tactical TV management. I like that aspect of the game, and if he's done that, it's interesting to hear.
Very, very good.
Now,
move, yes.
We're going to move on and look at what is the layout for the next couple of games. Now, we've got Furry Harem taking on Tabard Tellers. Now, we know for a fact Furry Harem, like I say, if you're in the top 4 coaches, frankly, you're in must-win territory every game. So... And none of them are playing each other. Because the Fairy Harem are
No.
taking on the Tabatellas, Rat Rebel are taking on the Rainbow Orcs, Contract Killers are taking on Directed by me, and From the Stars are taking on Angry Altmer. Now, I have to say, in all 4 of those matchups, I'm giving it to the guys in the top 4 positions.
Yes.
Because they just... They
have the teams built to win the game.
They've got the teams...
They must win.
Yeah. Not all 4 of them, I think, have the advantage as far as team build, but not only that, they've got the drive and the hunger. They want these wins. Because, like I say, the top of the division isn't this close because these guys aren't going all out.
Yeah. And that's why they're there.
But Rainbow Orcs has a fair chance, I think, against Rat Rebel. But I'm still probably giving it to Crystal, just because I think that's how it's going. The 2 interesting games for me is how Oslo Snake Club versus Rebel Vikings pans out.
You mean if there's going to be anybody else left alive after that?
Well, there's guaranteed to be at least a catcher because he's not playing that game.
Yeah.
And only Foals and Hobgoblins are taking on the Bar Stewards.
Bar stewards will be murdered.
Yeah, I feel like both elf teams are in a big ask situation, but at the same time, the Oslo Snake Club don't currently have any tackle, so the Vikings might pull off a little something.
They may do. You never know, and they are capable of the upset.
Okay, any which way, that is the end. I'm super looking forward to seeing how these games play out because, like I say, this leaderboard is so close. It's so tense as to who's going to go through the planes.
Yes.
I have to say, as a personal note, we've only got a couple of recaps left. Next week is the penultimate. And I want to say thank you to everyone who's taken part in this division. It's been a good, fun division to cast. There's a lot of personalities have come through out of a lot of the coaches. We do get a lot of feedback. I get a lot of messages and stuff from people who'd like to give me their opinions on things. And clearly you guys are enjoying it because you keep referencing stuff we've said and things like that. If you have enjoyed the recap system, bear in mind that we will be looking for recappers moving forwards. We've got a new season coming up really soon. Obviously, as this one ends, we'll go into the off-season and then we'll go into the new season. And we will be looking for more recappers. I already know Bernie and Crystal have formed the dream team of the Team Killer and the SPP Hunter.
No, SPP Ignorer. But I must say, go and give them a check out. If for nothing else, then the joy you will realise with Crystal Hunter specifically his accent and where he's from.
Yes, Crystal Hunter actually mentioned it's his first time ever appearing on Twitch or YouTube ever.
Yes.
They're recapping currently GMan 4. They've stepped up to cover a gap due to a recapper having to leave due to real life circumstances, and they are very, very much enjoying themselves. They're getting on well with the division already. If you want to kind of sit in our seats and have a go, please let either me or Hindus, who is the GMan head recapper, know. If you've got the recording software, that's amazing. If you don't and just want have a decent mic and a lot of opinions, you can certainly come and be McNugget
like me.
Yes.
Like me.
God,
you just
got
turn
a
up
lot
half
of opinions.
You just turn up half drunk and shout Team Killer and SPP Ignorer at
Force
people. It's great fun.
Memes.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a genuine pleasure, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out, and I definitely am looking forward to watching the guys who do make it to planes track through planes. I really am. So, you got anything else to add, McNugget?
No, just like to say, everybody, thank you very much for being a very good division to recap, apart from you 3 guys that didn't take your levels this week.
Grr,
like
rar, grr.
And probably just from me and Metal at the same time is just we hope you've enjoyed the recaps, and hopefully see a few of you next season in one of our divisions.
I'm looking forward to see where people end up. Maybe
playoffs.
in planes playoffs. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, you all stay classy, folks. We will catch you for week 10 sooner than you might think.